And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the dungeon grind part of the Anima Relic for Warrior. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, for now, I'm about 3 dungeons in. I did Snow Cloak, I did Sastasha Hard Mode, and I did Sunken Temple of Khan Hard so far. And now it asked me to talk to Ardashir just outside the Sunken Temple of Khan entrance. So let's see what she has to say. I wanted to record this because just in case it's interesting. So I'm glad to see that you are still whole, but tell me, have you noticed any changes in the anima? I see, it grows far more slowly than I had anticipated. No matter, let's continue. Okay, so the next dungeon will be Keeper of the Lake, on the way to 10. So once I get to the next cutscene, or once the dungeon grind is done, whichever comes first, we will continue. Okay, so we now did 3 more dungeons, which was basically just following the list down. So we started with Keeper of the Lake, then we did Wanderer's Palace hard, and then we did Amdapor Keep hard. And after doing Amdapor Keep hard, it's asked us to talk to Ardashir right here, right outside the entrance to Amdapor Keep. So let's see what she has to say this time. So, well fought, Mithrie. So, you know, these lands really are quite beautiful, dangerous so they may be. Were it not for my logbook, I would swear I was on some manner of sightseeing tour. Of course, all that ghastly bloodletting does rather spoil the picture, but I digress. How is the anima? Still no changes? That is most unfortunate, yet we must take solace in the fact that it has not yet faded from the weapon. I am certain it will quicken. 'Tis but a question of when. Let us press on to our next destination. Lead the way, Mithrie. Ooh. Hello. That's very interesting. Cool. So the next dungeon is going to be Dusk Vigil. So I'm guessing they're getting into the first dungeons of Heavensward. So once we do the next set of dungeons to finish off this quest line, we will continue. Okay, so we did the next 4 dungeons, which was... Let me just quickly check the list. So, sorry, we did the Dusk Vigil, we did Samal, we did the Airy, and we did the Vault. Basically, we did the first 4 of the Heavensward expansion. And then once you're done with the Vault, you need to talk to Ardashir right here at 10-8 in the Pillars in Ishgard. So let's see what she has to say. So I think that's actually going to bring this part of the relic to an end as well. So, there you are. I'm glad to see that you are unhurt. So, pray forgive me. While waiting here, my eyes could not help but be drawn to the architecture. Breathtaking, is it not? Yep. Back to the matter at hand. How fares the anima weapon? Surely by now it has shown some hint of life. The anima took on a imperial form? Then it has quickened. Geralt must hear of this. I'll return to Aziz La and relay him the good news. When you are rested, meet us there. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, this part of the relic is done. So hopefully once this turn in and this talk to Geralt is finished, we're going to get the item level 200 version of the weapon. And for me personally, doing this 10 dungeon grind was way more fun than... Ooh. Where to? Is it Navi from Zelda? Yeah. Doing the 10 dungeons was basically a massive relief compared to the crystal grind. Right. With the thing in the thing, speak with thing in thing. Am I wearing the wrong one? No, I'm wearing the right one. Okay, let's go to where these are. Not sure why it's spread it out, but whatever. I'm sure we'll find out when we get there. Cool. Righty-ho. So we need to go to... Yeah. It's probably read it out because the repeated quests. Okay, let's talk to her. Let's see what she has to say. So, animal weapon recreation? Soul without life? You already received the thing. To enchant it further, undertake toughening up. To forge a different anima weapon, please change to the desired job and speak to Ping again. Okay. You don't complete this quest until the following things are met. Must proceed. Oh, okay. Is it a case of I have to take the weapon off so I can hand it over to be upgraded? That's where my other one, the esoteric version. Okay, yeah, that's why. So it's because we were still wearing it, that's why it was red. So Mithrie, you are returned. Excellent. So thank the bloody gods. Maybe now you can stop gibbering like a bleeding Opo and tell me what happened out there. I'm guessing things went well. Have you not listened to a word I said? Mithrie believes the anima has achieved cognitive self-awareness, manifesting itself as a corporeal form, independent of the receptacle you created. I've had it up to here with your bleeding cogs and corpses. Speak plain, boy. So, having experienced battle together with Mithrie, the anima has melded with your weapon. More than that, the anima may have taken on a unique physical form. So, it spoke to you? Remarkable. But what did it sound like, and what did it say? I thought I heard a woman whispering. I heard a man whispering. Or woman. Prefer it to be a woman. So, amazing. The anima is already learning how to communicate. Oh, if only my master were here. I can hardly wait to see what else it is capable of. So, and I'm looking forward to going home. Any road, give us a weapon, will ya? I'll bet there's still room for improvement somewhere or other. Okay, so let's hand over the weapon so you can upgrade it further. And that's obviously the advantage of the relic quest, is that you can keep upgrading it. Cool. So that's now, you see, this is the item level 200 version. So it's way more powerful than the one we were holding initially. So parachute awoken. It's still weaker than what we're wearing right now, but it's still good, still good. Like, if I had just turned in my Zeta weapon, then I could have had this months ago. But whatever. Ooh, it glows. So, what did I tell you? Better than you. If that anima was sleeping before, it sure as hell ain't sleeping now. Never seen a weapon do that in all my years in the trade. What an exquisite glow. It's as if the anima could burst forth at any moment. Oh yeah. So we're going to see now what is needed to do to upgrade it even further. So if so young an anima was able to take form of its own volition, imagine what it might become given time. A force that shines bright enough to make the very stars burn with envy. Awesome. Okay, so that's that quest done. So the animal weapon has awakened from its slumber, ascending to new heights of power. Nice. So let's see what quest we can do next. So, coming into its own. So please know that upon completing the quest coming to its own, you'll receive an animal weapon for a warrior. Undertake this as a warrior, yes. So, nice. So if we do this, we'll get the 210 version, which is called the Ukonvasara, whatever. Try on, let's see what it looks like. Ooh. And let's wear my gear. And let's equip it. Does it glow? No, it doesn't glow, but that's what the relic looks like, basically, once we get it to 210. So anyway, let's see what she has. I thought it was a she, apparently it's a he. Who knows? So, Ardashir is concerned about the anima's growth. Changing classing of jobs will prevent progress during this quest. Cool. Fair enough. I'm happy to do it as a warrior, no problem. So the anima's growth thus far is well beyond what I expected. By absorbing Aether during our travels, it has matured enough to take on a form separate from the weapon, and even speak to Mithrie. So, to grow so quickly would have required a substantial amount of Aether. However, the Soul Stone is not without its limits. As it continues to absorb Aether and grow, I fear it may not bear the strain of further development. So you're telling me after all the work I did, the anima could still swell up like a bombard and burst? You better have a plan to fix it, cause I sure as hells ain't starting over. So who exactly do you think you're talking to? This is my life's work. Short time as that may be, of course I have a plan. So if we can reinforce the Soul Stone and increase its capacity for etheric energies, it should remain stable. I will speak with Rowena to see to collecting what we require. Cool. Yeah, had me fooled when you was begging and pleading to see these Sharlayan books before. Good to know that your incompetence was only for show. Well, seeing as you're having everything under control, if you don't mind, I think I'll run off to some tavern to get deep in your cups. Sadly, you haven't the time nor the coin for it. Not when you have a new weapon to make for our friend Mithrie here. Okay. So he says, a new weapon? I just finished fixing the one she has now. Why the hells do you need another? Just as we develop and change over time, it is only thing the anima should be as well. Or do you mean to tell me that you were always such a gentleman, even as a child? It never ends, does it? Fine. If it will help settle me debt with Rowena, you'll have your bleeding weapon. I'm fairly sure Rowena's taken his soul. Like, I don't think he's ever getting it back. If we're attaching the Soul Stone to a new weapon, we're gonna need materials for conducting Aether. That's where you come in. I need you to go and fetch some enchanted rubber, fast-drying carbon coat, fast-acting Allegon catalyst, and divine water. I know a lass in Mordona what sells them. Christiana's her name. Like as not, you'll find her keeping a corner somewhere at the House of Splendors. They won't come cheap, but you're a resourceful sort. I'm sure you'll think of something. Cool. So this is now the effectively item grind. So with the thing equipped or in your inventory, speak to Christiana in Revenant's Toll. So let me put on the weapon. Here it is. Right. So let's go now. Let's see what Christiana has to say. I already know what items need to be gathered. It's just a case of having the game officially say it, in case you guys watching don't know. Cool. So, at least it's upgraded quickly. A good 30 item levels just in 10 dungeons. Sorry, was it 10 or 12? Whichever number. Right, let's sprint. I didn't realize she was so far in. Okay. There she is. So it's like, yeah, the path to greatness is found at the end of a random corridor. So, a customer. A customer? You're a customer, aren't you? I mean, I realize this ain't a proper stall, but I do have wares to sell. That is if you're willing to buy them. Have you come to buy my wares? Oh, she's pretty. So, A for conductive materials. I think I have what you're looking for, but it won't come cheap. Truth be told, I don't get buyers for these items all that often. But now that I have you, my new favorite customer, I'm sure to turn a profit. And then I can build a stall on my very own. But I don't want your gil. No, dealing with gil is much too messy. Especially considering people walking around with billions these days. What's with all the counting and sorting and finding a place to bartering is much simpler, don't you think? There are a few things I'd be willing to trade for if you're interested. The goods requested by Christiana can be obtained through various means, including dungeons, beast tribe quests, and crafting. Speak with other players and share information to discover how to find them. Okay. So, fair enough. So let's see what she has. Right, so to get the enchanted rubber, we need 20 unidentifiable bones and 4 high-quality adamantite Francesca, 4 titanium alloy mirrors, 4 dispelling arrows, 4 king cake. So I'll do the crafting point when I've got these items, because these are the harder items to get. So the unidentifiable shell, unidentifiable ore, unidentifiable seeds. So basically, there's no point going back to Gerol until you have these 4 items that he's after, and we need to get these. So basically, what you can do to buy the unidentifiable bone and also the unidentifiable God, what was the second one again? Let me quickly go check. I don't even need to like show you guys technically. I could just talk about it from here. So to get the unidentifiable bones and unidentifiable shells, you can buy them for poetics, 680 poetics each, or you can trade in beast tribe quest items, or you can trade in items from Alexander 1 and Alexander 2, like the first A1, A2 basically. And to get the unidentifiable ore and the unidentifiable seeds, you can either trade in 680 esoterics to get each one, or you can again turn in beast tribe quests, or you can do A3 or A4. But obviously to get all of them, you're going to need a lot of these. And yeah, so this grind is going to take a while, guys. So expect the next episode to get the next relic to be to take a long time. Now, one thing to do as well, something to get ready for from now, if you haven't already, is that every single week you should come back to Mordona and accept the weekly quest to do the 3 crystal towers, which are Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Psychus Tower, and the World of Darkness. If you do all 3 of them each week, you'll be given an Aether Oil. You need 5 Aether Oils to do the next part of the relic quest, which will increase the relic to 230. So it's worth doing them from now, because to get them for free from this quest from her, I've already done it this week, then you need to do it for 5 weeks in a row. Well, not in a row, just 5 separate weeks. Whereas if you want to just buy them, you need to spend something like 1800 esoterics each or something like that. So it's definitely worth doing it from now. That's why, you see, I've already got 3. I've already been doing it ahead of time, because I don't want to have to wait weeks and weeks after I've finished this grind. And so far I bought 3 of the bones. And I've got, because I keep doing the Beast Tribe dailies every day, I've already got more than 100 of each of the Vanu Vanu and the VAF coins. And I think it's 18 each to buy the particular item. So the amount I have, I should be able to buy at least like 12, 13, maybe 15 of one type, which will save me a huge amount of time, the fact I've been doing it. So this is the long part of the relic quest, guys. Basically, this is a real grind. This is the hell stage, even more than the crystal grinding for some people. So expect this quest to be done in a while, basically. But I'm going to keep working on it till it's done. And yeah, So, and one thing as well, one of the advantages of the Relic quest is that at the end of the day, the Relic quest will keep getting expanded. So in 3.3, there'll be another part which will increase your item level even further, and so on. So I feel it can be a worthy investment to try get at least one relic in the game for your main class. And as you guys know, for this expansion, my main class is Warrior. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.